poppycock I've ever heard.
Dude.
Straight poppycock.
I just want to drop a quick poppycock real quick, but poppycock.
Yeah. Kidding me?
Definitely
That
is
For tips?
Yeah, but during an alien invasion, please.
$2.13 an hour, and she's trying to pay taxes on that. That's
Poppycock.
All the way, poppycock. And what's happening, everybody? It is a special edition episode of Real Poppycock. You want to know why it's a special edition episode?
What's so special about it
Is
today?
it special, Ed?
Because today is fucking Halloween. Happy Halloween, Poppycock faithful. Yes, I'm excited because it is Halloween, and we're going to be finishing up our spooky season, part of the podcast.
It will forever live in our hearts.
Yeah,
but,
it's been a fun, past few episodes. It did the Devil's
laughs,
Rejects,
we've had some
the
scares.
Blackening, and we're gonna finish up spooky season with with a good little jump scare horror joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna be discussing 2013's The Conjuring. Ooh. So we're gonna be talking possessions and things like that and whatnot. Yeah.
I've got a whole segment about not tying that we'll get to at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. How to
Yeah.
make your own.
Yeah. So that's what we got going on today. So let's jump it off. As always, we are your hosts for today's episode. I am Ed.
This is Trevor.
And you're hanging with KC.
Yes, sir. And you know what? Just like every episode, we're going to get things started off by letting our guy Trevor here kick y'all off with some real basic facts on The Conjuring.
All right. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, you got it.
Rawhide. The Conjuring. Released on July 19th of 2023 with a runtime of 1 hour and 52 minutes. Produced with a budget of $20 million and took back a whopping $319.5 in
Lordy.
worldwide box office.
Lordy.
What's the math there?
That's not a bad return.
It's a positive return.
Yeah.
So The Conjuring was the first film released, albeit not first in chronology, in an extended universe which features 10 films and counting. And so Casey is going to give us some additional real-life background info on Ed and Lorraine Warren later, but the films semi-related to their exploits include Annabelle from 2014, The Conjuring 2, Annabelle Creation, The Nun, The Curse of La Llorona, Annabelle Comes Home, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, The Nun 2, and then The Conjuring Last Rites, which actually is in theaters now in October of 2025. And,
Right here in theaters. Yeah. Sometimes
say-
showing at the Alamo.
Thank you to Aram for letting us borrow the poster for the background for
Yeah,
this
thank
one.
you.
But altogether, the 10 films have a worldwide box office of 2.87 billion buckarooskies. And that's damn near 3 billion. We're talking like Marvel movie money.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, but to be honest, we're only going to be talking about The Conjuring
Yes.
tonight.
Yes.
So, the creators of the movie we have directed by James Wan, and Wan is a heavy hitter in the horror genre. He is of Malaysian and Chinese descent and was born in Malaysia but moved to Australia at the age of 7. So, Wan will always be associated with 3 horror franchises, Saw, Insidious, and The Conjuring. And while he directed the first entries in every one of those, he has also acted as producer for most of the films throughout those franchises, if he didn't direct them.
Okay, so he
Okay.
stays attached
Okay.
to, he
Yeah.
likes to make legacies.
Like, I think with Saw, it was throughout the entire series, at least like the first 7 or something, but
Did he oversee the Saw video games at all?
I do not
So,
know.
I've
I
got some
did
issues.
not. Okay. like too hard, like the levels aren't beatable, or is it
It's
not
just very
gory enough?
repetitive.
Ah.
Very, very repetitive. You're putting your
Alright.
hand in a whole lot of bins full of needles.
Yeah.
It gets boring after a time.
Yeah. I can imagine that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, Casey, as the only fan of the Fast and the Furious franchise, did you know that James Wan directed Furious 7?
No, I mean, it's kind of hard to keep up with what direction
Right.
they're going.
We've
Very
also
fast.
got both of the Jason Momoa Aquaman movies were directed by
Okay.
Wan.
Okay,
Okay,
interesting.
Okay, Juan.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so he got to like. Have y'all seen those movies?
The first one, yes.
Okay,
No.
when they're just like floating in water and having conversations with each other, it's just very, very funny to see professional
Okay.
actors.
With like the
Okay.
hair
Yes,
wafting underwater,
Yes.
and yeah.
it's so silly.
Okay.
And so
Yeah.
we've talked about money a great deal so far, but before we leave James Wan, it has to be noted that the films he has directed have a combined total of over $4 billion in box office
Yikes.
returns.
All right.
So
Wow.
that's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
And that's just the Conjuring stuff.
No,
No,
just
that's
every
all-
movie
everything
he's ever
that- yeah.
directed, and we're not talking produced, like just directed, but like those Aquaman movies
Well-
overseas were huge, as has been The Conjuring.
So you
and he
said
did-
4 billion, but the Conjuring makes up for almost the Conjuring franchise makes up for almost 3 of those, right?
but I don't think he directed The
He's
Conjuring
still
and
talking
The Conjuring
directing
2.
only.
Oh, he
Yeah.
didn't. Oh, okay. Those are the only ones that he did.
I'm not
Okay,
sure if
okay,
he did
okay.
beyond that. He
Okay.
certainly produced, but I
got
know
you.
other directors
All
started
right.
working on some of them.
Okay, Juan. Okay,
Yeah.
James Wan doing the thing.
What
yeah.
up, James?
And I didn't really think about it until last night when Casey and I were watching, but the character of Drew in the movie The Conjuring, I wonder if some of his character is James
yes,
Wan.
it was.
like, putting
it
himself
was just
into,
this random Asian kid. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
but
Not
that
that
really
they-
likes
you know,
technology and
I know that
working with all
sounded
this
bad.
stuff. No, but
That
like
sounded-
he's someone who was a creative insofar
But,
as like he was recording
know?
stuff in other rooms and doing things that like maybe someone who makes films would also be
Yeah.
doing. There's all the like
I can dig it.
Interesting
You know,
point.
thermostat triggered cameras and shit.
Yeah, I
Right,
can dig
yeah.
it. Like they snuck the black person into this movie and the Asian, like get some representation in there. So I get it.
At least they tried.
Yeah, I get
At
it.
least they gave it.
I
They
get
gave
it.
a little.
And so the Conjuring was written by twin brothers Chad and Carrie Hayes, and they have some other major film writing credits to their name, like House of Wax in 2005.
Oh, that shitty movie.
But the Carey brothers were also in Double Mint gum commercials.
Oh, of
as
course they
children
were.
because they're fucking twins.
Of course.
And I don't know. So I didn't say anything about music to anybody else, but I did have one thing. The dude who does the music, Joseph Bishara, he also acts as the creature in some of these James Wan directed movies. And so he was the lipstick demon in the Insidious movies, and then also Bathsheba
What?
in Conjuring.
Oh.
The dude who
Okay.
did the music for The Conjuring is in horror movie makeup and is the creature
fun.
feature actor.
Okay.
That's pretty cool that
That is.
on a production you can
That
do so
is.
many different
That is.
tasks.
You know,
That's a good way to be.
kind of reminds me of, back in the original Ninja Turtles. The guy that's in Raphael's costume for the most part is the same guy that delivers the pizza to Michelangelo. He's the late pizza delivery guy. I
So
gotta
he gets
get
to
in
have
the
his
room.
face on
Yeah.
camera because
Yeah.
he's been behind a mask the entire
Yeah,
time.
so that's kind of cool when they repurpose folks like that. Let them do that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
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 So then the reason that I'm bringing this person up because this movie was beautifully shot, but cinematography
yeah.
by John R. Leonetti
Mhm.
and just some of the other things he's been like director of photography for. We've got Child's Play 3,
Okay.
Hot
Okay.
Shots Part 2,
Ooh.
That's a
the
great
Jim Carrey Bask in 1994,
Okay.
Mortal Kombat in 95,
Yeah.
and
That's a
then
banger.
Detroit Rock City, Joe Dirt, and the
Oh!
Scorpion King.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So if
Well,
you like
fall
the
off of
way
the
that Joe
Scorpion
Dirt
King there,
looked, the director of photography from that went on and did The Conjuring.
I did
Okay.
like Joe Dirt. Yeah.
Okay. I can't honestly say I've ever seen Joe Dirt. I know I've seen bits and pieces of it here and there, but I've never actually sat down and watched that movie.
I thought you were a fan of fireworks.
It works more
Only on the
than it
4th of
does
July.
in theory.
Yeah.
I won't defend it in any way other than like it's pretty fucking funny at certain parts, but I was
Okay.
expecting a lot less before I ever saw it when I was younger, and so then it kind of gets one of those like
David Spade is so hit or miss for me.
Right.
Oh, I could give you that for sure.
Oh, he's so hit or
Agreed.
miss. And he's
He
always
works as
he's
Farley's
just fucking David
partner,
Spade.
but-
He's David Spade in everything.
That's how he does it.
What about
David Spade
PCU?
style.
He was fun in that, but he was kind of a little prick. but,
Okay,
like-
don't jump on me.
All right,
Haven't
so
seen it.
ooh, that'll be fun
Oh,
one
you're
day.
fine.
Yeah.
Out of all the reruns of Shawshank Redemption that were on TBS and TNT and stuff, I feel like
So
PCU was on
one of those
Comedy
ones
Central
I'd
like
never,
all the
never
fucking
seen
time.
it.
See, and I'd just sooner leave it behind.
Okay.
Seen it again recently.
Interesting. Oh.
Yeah, I leave it way behind.
Okay, well, I want to
It
see
does
it.
have a
So
George
many
Clinton
people,
party
yeah,
concert
so,
scene. That's
So many people reference that movie, so I've got to see it.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
the whole thing with
I feel
that is like
it's
if
one
we were
that you
covering
have to see.
John Carpenter's Halloween and you were wearing the shirt of John Carpenter's
Yes.
Halloween, like
Yes.
the whole thing in PCU is don't be that guy.
Yep,
Like,
don't be that guy.
Don't wear the shirt of the band that you're going to see.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, okay.
I will wear this Goonies shirt again when we watch the Goonies, though. That's
Okay.
happening for sure.
Yes.
But we are talking about The Conjuring.
We are.
And the stars of The Conjuring, we have Vera Farmiga as Lorraine Warren.
I got
And
a little thing for
Yeah.
her. I can't. Yeah.
Farmiga is of 100% Ukrainian ancestry, and her
wow.
natural grandparents actually met at a displaced persons camp in the city of Karlsfeld during World War II. The
Oh.
camp in Karlsfeld was a
Wait a minute.
sub-camp
Her
of the
parents
extermination
met in World War II.
the grandparents.
Oh, grandparents.
Yeah.
I was about to say, how the fuck old is Vera? Okay.
right.
All right. Okay.
So, and yeah, the camp in Karlsfeld where the grandparents met was a subcamp of Dachau. And so, like, theoretically,
Good God.
this person, a lot of things had to go correct for two people to survive.
Yeah.
To then have this amazing
Wow.
actress as
Yes.
their granddaughter. But,
Their grandparents' dream.
you know, and then basically you would seem like some of the family history would have informed Farmiga's role in the Holocaust film The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, which she was in 2008.
Okay.
Some other additional entries from her filmography would include The Manchurian Candidate, Denzel edition, The Departed in 2006,
The party.
Orphan, Up in the Air, Source Code, and Godzilla King of the Monsters. among
Oh yeah,
others.
Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
A fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then Lorraine's husband is Ed, and Ed is played by Patrick
Oh, wait,
Wilson.
I can only wish.
And Wilson has paired with James Wan in the Insidious movies, as well as The Conjuring and Aquaman. Some other notable entries from Wilson's filmography would include The Alamo, Watchmen, The A-Team, Prometheus, Bone Tomahawk, Midway, and Moonfall.
Moonfall. Yes,
And
that's
so,
exactly
you know-
what I was thinking. That's a bad one though.
Patrick Wilson is certainly a talented actor, but he rarely portrays characters that like I really enjoy or that I'm cheering for them to. And you know,
He's very
No, that-
flat.
Yeah.
He's very
like you got.
and the silver
I don't
screen,
even mean that in a
the
bad
silver
way.
screen needs its knobs and its chodes and whatever type of shit. But like, rarely is he the guy like, oh, I'm really rooting for this motherfucker.
He comes
Like,
across with
And
single
he's
motivations.
always the leading man
and
though.
he's-
It's like
well,
it's very. No,
He's next to the leading man. He's like Aquaman and stuff. He's always like next to that. Like he's not even the lead in this film. Far
It
from
is very much Lorraine as the.
Yeah.
Well, he does not. You will get to it, but he does
Okay.
actually. It's Ed and Lorraine. It ain't Lorraine and Ed.
I was thinking it's more of the
I
mother.
think that's because of the patriarchy in the 60s and 70s.
I think it's more of the mother story. We'll get to. We'll get into it.
Okay, but would Ed not also say that it's all Lorraine? Like he
I-
kind of does say that in the movie.
Yeah,
But
he does. You know.
I'm seeing. Was he in
if
Midway?
there's anything to, yes, yeah, that was
And
one
yeah,
of the
so,
ones I
so that's
mentioned.
what I'm saying. Like nothing he does is memorable. So I get your point.
Right.
I get your point.
He just
nothing
fills a
that,
role.
Yeah, like nothing that he does is.
He must be a
memorable.
good actor.
I
Like he
was
must be good to
so-
work with.
I was so disappointed in Prometheus. Prometheus, however the fuck you say it.
Yeah, I
That
agree.
shit sucked to me. It was long, boring, dry. Like it just was not a good
Wow.
movie.
Okay, what do you think about Romulus though?
I haven't seen it.
That's the banger.
Okay, I
that
haven't- I
one's-
haven't seen
That's
it.
probably my favorite. That
Yeah.
one was nuts.
Dare I say,
Aliens
Prometheus almost
is the
turned me
banger.
off.
I-
Like of
And
the
I'm kind
franchise.
of in
like,
the same boat, and I've had people who I really respect their choices in
Yeah.
film and their taste who absolutely love that movie, and so I'm willing to revisit
Yeah,
it at one
yeah.
point. Honestly, though, I did try a couple months ago and I fell asleep.
What, Romulus?
No, Prometheus.
Prometheus, the shit was not good. Like, yeah. All right.
But we have Lily Taylor as Carolyn Perrin. And Lily Taylor has been appearing on screen for a long time with supporting roles in late 80s flicks like Mystic Pizza, which that was Julia Slaubert's
Julia
first pick,
Slobert, yeah.
right? Say Anything and Born on the 4th of July.
Oh, she's in Rudy. Shit. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
But,
she's
Taylor-
Favreau's interest.
Yep.
The real Rudy's a real piece
Yeah.
of shit too. Apparently.
Oh, really?
Oh.
That's
Wow.
But yeah, she did a bunch of like independent and art films in the early 90s, which is probably where she like honed these pretty mad acting chops. Like I
the
think she
screaming
can
and
bring
stuff
it.
and the
yeah, well,
the
she was in
fear,
the
she's
she was
very
she was
evocative.
in the one with Owen Wilson, and was she not?
I had Rudy, Ransom, The Haunting, High
The
Fidelity, and Public Enemies.
There it is, The Haunting.
Yeah.
Haunting.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Those
the
were
one I'm
ones I was
thinking
most
of.
familiar with.
I'm almost.
Four Rooms,
Isn't
Betty
Catherine
Page.
Zeta in there?
Oh, I've never seen this.
In The Haunting?
that you're
Yeah.
speaking of.
I'm almost certain Catherine Zeta-Jones is in it.
Because there's like the House on Haunted Hill and The Haunting in Connecticut, and at a certain point it all starts bleeding together if it doesn't stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold
you got to
on.
stand out in this haunting market.
Okay, you keep talking. I'm looking
Heard.
it up. Yeah.
We have Ron Livingston as Roger Perrin.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just me, but I don't think anyone can look at Livingston and not immediately think of his starring role in 1999's Office Space.
Right. That like when I first seen this, I was like, oh, it's Homeboy from Office Space.
I assumed that this is what his character did before getting a 9-to-5 job.
He was trucking long
He was
haul. and
trucking.
then
Left
he
the
got-
family, got off the road, took this 9-to-5
yeah.
job.
And real quick, yes, Catherine Zeta-Jones absolutely was in The Haunting with Liam Neeson and Owen Wilson and Lily Taylor as well. So I was right on that. Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in years, but yeah.
And I, by the way, I'm ashamed of both of you. I made a Swingers reference because of him, and neither one of them got
The
it.
Year So
You know,
Money?
Yeah.
Was
you
this
know,
on air or was this in
No,
the
this is
text
the
chain?
text.
No, it was in the text, and
Ah,
I
there were
haven't. I
weddings
haven't
over the weekend,
Yeah,
there was
I
a
haven't
film
seen
festival over the
Swingers in probably close to 2 decades.
I was just thought y'all were fans.
Okay.
get it.
Well, yeah, I'll definitely have to revisit it. Because I'm serious. I haven't seen that like shit since college. Like it's been that
probably
long.
full of poppycock.
Yeah.
It's probably absolutely full.
Okay.
I feel like
Okay.
pagers are heavily involved. If I'm
There's
remembering the
an
time
amount
frame.
of that, but I
Yeah,
mean
yeah,
the
yeah,
dude who's the sad sap in that went on to direct like billion-dollar Marvel
Yeah.
movies,
Right.
It's so weird.
Right.
and Mandalorian shit, and
Right.
That's the guy
fucking-
that made the Mandalorian.
yeah. And Jon Favreau has probably a more embarrassing answering machine thing than what Max Cherry had with Jackie Brown last
Oh my
episode.
gosh.
But
Oh, Max.
yeah, so then, additional roles would be Adaptation, The Cooler, and Dinner for Schmucks, but then also notable TV roles in Band of Brothers and Loudermilk for Ron Livingston.
Great in Band
Okay.
of Brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I didn't do any research on the child actors, but Casey has some info on them, and then we can kind of just transition from Casey talking about a couple of these kids to the Ed and Lorraine real-life background that they have
Yeah.
with some research on the people who inspired these
All right.
films.
Okay,
All
so there's
right.
this kid in this movie, Joey King. I recognized her because she has a really interesting experience. I think that she might be some new generation's Nick Cage because the list of roles is huge, and there's some banger hit films in there like this that she nails it in. She's real, like when she sings that thing behind the door and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you were saying something
Terrifying.
last night where didn't she get her first award at like age 10 or some shit? And,
So she
like,
came out like she was in like Ramona and Beezus is something you might recognize her from. She's also recently in The Act. She's in Bullet Train. She's kind of the real bad.
Ed
baddie
is
in
not
fucking Bullet
impressed.
Train.
I'm just saying she ain't no Dakota Fanning or anything.
But
I'm
that's
just
the thing.
fucking around.
You gotta take the roles to take chances.
Yeah, no.
To try to become a Dakota
You know what?
Fanning. You gotta work.
I'm just over
a
here being
lot.
silly because we've got video now. That's all that is. I'm just being
I
silly.
love it. Yeah, she's at,
Her
like,
resume is very
look at
impressive.
look at the scroll
I
here. It's
didn't
just
know.
Massive.
I
Just
had no idea.
Absolutely massive.
Yeah.
I'm working with all kinds of different
Yeah.
people. There's the Horton. Here's all these different Conjurings. The bad Independence Day Resurgence.
But still,
she's like in a big film.
Yeah.
but still,
But it's also
Goldblum's
like, what the fuck?
fucking daughter.
It's Nick Cage
You're
actions.
hobbing,
It's Nick Cage
You're
moves.
hobnobbing with.
Yeah.
Do I see Crazy Stupid Love over there as
Crazy
well?
Stupid Love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, so there's the
Yeah.
Gosling connection that we
There you
can
go.
sneak.
Yeah.
The Princess, The Dark Knight,
She's been around.
Slender Man. Like, yeah. It's
I
just
had
very
no
interesting.
clue.
But there's one I really want to highlight. One of these films here called The Uglies.
The Uglies.
It's one of the weirdest
Okay.
scripts I've ever heard. Okay, so
Okay.
it's about, she plays a 16-year-old. This whole world, everyone is considered ugly until they turn 16, and then they get a surgery that makes them beautiful, and then they can move to the beautiful part of the nice city and town.
Oh.
That's the concept.
I think
Okay.
that there should maybe be an investigation on the writer of this
I
movie,
know.
but whatever.
It sounds like it could possibly be like a little bite from the Twilight Zone. Y'all familiar
It
with the
feels like
original
it almost
Twilight
is a
Zone?
little bit of that kind of stuff where it should
Well,
fuck with your head, but then the way that it plays out,
the-
it's just very like, yeah, literally that's what happens. And also, oh my gosh, twist, when you get the surgery, they also fuck with your brain. It's like, yeah,
Well,
obviously,
there's an
of course they
episode of the
make you very
Twilight Zone, the
docile.
original Twilight Zone. This beautiful woman goes,
Oh, in the pig world?
the pig, and the pig
yeah,
faces,
yeah.
and like
Yeah.
they like
Those
you're
effects are great too.
You're hideous. You
The Eye of
don't
the
look like one of
Beholder.
us. Yeah, and like
I believe
they thought she was ugly, and she was all gorgeous by our standards, and they thought she was ugly until she got the pig snout and shit. And yeah, but yeah, that's kind
and
of
now
like,
there's just
yeah.
now there's just BBLs,
Now,
and
can you imagine a
ab
pig
implants.
snout-faced woman tossing your salad with that snout fucking,
Oh,
or maybe
well,
Don't you threaten me with a good time.
I was like, well,
They're looking for truffles. Like the nose is built for.
it went off the rails so quick. Oh, they're looking for truffles. Well, look away. Okay. Yeah. No. Well, I don't know.
But yeah, that's basically what I had
Probably
there.
would
on
be
the-
amazing.
the-
Actually.
She just has a very interesting career, and she's like one
I
of those
love
people
it.
that I'm like, you got to keep an
I
eye
love
on
it.
some of these
Yeah.
actors.
No. Absolutely.
Well, then
You
wasn't
gotta
one of the
start
other
somewhere.
ones you
gotta start
knew
somewhere.
them from comedy?
Oh yeah, there was
but-
another one that like I hasten to forget her name right now. I believe her name's Haley McFarland.
Okay.
And I just recognized her because I follow her on Instagram because her and her husband do like sketch comedy stuff.
Okay. Okay. That's
And then I
dope.
was like, oh, she's in
Yeah.
this fucking film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny,
Still
interesting
relevant out
connections.
here then.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of these people seem
Yeah.
like they're
Yeah.
nonstop.
Still relevant.
Well, if you're in multi-billion-dollar
Right.
franchise movies, you're certainly getting your face out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but sometimes you end up with the Robert Downey Jr. syndrome where you're like tied to that character, and then even the whole Marvel like coming back, doing
Right.
more.
Yeah.
Come on,
I
man.
don't
You
like
can
it.
see
Go
Ed's
somewhere
eyes
else.
Yeah, I don't
roll
like it. No, I
already.
don't like it. And I'm not even in for those of you that listen, I'm not a MCU person
But
at
you
all.
like comic books too, though. Like you understand the fucking source.
No,
of this
no,
stuff.
no.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm not into these shits. Yeah, like no, I'm serious. Like that
Yeah.
part of childhood skipped right over me.
Oh, I can dig that.
Like everybody I know was into comic books and shit, but not for me.
But Michael Keaton, Batman.
I was reading Goosebumps, and everybody else was getting, the 7th edition of whatever, like the 71st. You know what I mean? Like
I did post a picture of that Goosebumps dog.
The yeah.
I posted that on October 1st of just like the eyes turning
There
into
you go.
the,
There you
the
go.
spooky eyes.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was the eyes from the Michael Jackson Thriller video.
No, that's a different dog.
But the eyes at the end when
That
he,
glow when he
Yeah.
turns and looks at the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's spooky
we
season,
are
y'all.
we are talking about Ed and Lorraine Warren, and we're gonna have a monster mash. Have a good time.
I thought my Vincent Price laugh just now was pretty solid.
That was your Vincent. Oh, see, I thought
Can you give me 10 to 15% more menace?
Yeah, can we get it clean here too? We're gonna see if we can just get
Can
this
I
clean.
just 15% more?
All right, 23%.
23% more minutes.
That's pretty menacing.
A little bit.
If I had boots
I'll
on,
work
I'd be
on it.
shaking
You know,
in them a
okay,
little bit.
cool. I think I need to work on it a little
Okay,
bit. But
you're
we're
gonna
get
give it
there.
to me one time
gonna get
clean
there.
right before we head to a break. You're gonna lead us to a break with your beautiful laugh. Okay, give me three.
Mm-hmm.
It's the time of the season.
And it's time for us to come back from our little break here and get into this film. But
yes,
context matters.
Context matters.
It absolutely does.
You know, sometimes when you walk into somebody's house and you ask them, when you hear that knocking sound, does it happen 3 times? Yep. Yeah, that's it. That's the context matters.
Context matters.
Teasing the Trinity.
Context matters.
Okay. So with that in hand, I ended up doing a little bit of research on some of the folks behind this film, some of the source material here. And I'm going to start this and finish this off with some allegedly information. But I'm going to go into a little backstory of the actual Ed Warren here. Speaking from a Wikipedia article. In 2017, Judith Penny claimed that she had a 40-year sexual relationship with Ed, who was 27 at the time, starting when she was 15. According to Penny, she became pregnant. Lorraine persuaded her to have a schmortion because the birth of the child would have become a public scandal and could ruin the Warrens' business. Penny also claimed to have witnessed the couple engaged in physical abuse. Lorraine had it written in her contract for this specific film of The Conjuring, and then all of the films going forward, that she and Ed could not be portrayed engaging in extramarital affairs or engaging in crimes like sex with a minor. The Warrens' daughter and son-in-law stated that they never saw any of the alleged conduct during the decades they spent with the Warrens and Penny. So Penny was a personal assistant, basically, for the Warrens while they would do a lot of this stuff. Ended up living in their house, basically, in a separate part of the house that they would spend time in and things. Yeah, so it's great that they left it out of the film. It honestly makes this thing into something that can become
And
a
if she was an
series.
assistant and lived there, it happened.
In the house,
Yeah.
just
So-
there. She was 15.
Yeah,
He was a
it
bus
happened.
driver at the time when they met. He was a city bus driver, not a school bus
So
driver. But
I
even
guess
still,
my
he knew
only
how to
thing
repair
is
the
like,
engines of the
15-year-old,
truck.
yeah.
so like, was he messing with her until she became of working age? Because
Who knows?
she's not an assistant at 15. She can't. Yeah.
she can write down better than you and go to these kinds of
I'm
intense
just saying,
things
who's
that
letting
they
their
do.
15-year-old kid work as
I
like,
do think that's
that kind of work?
it's
is-
pretty clairvoyant or something of Lorraine to get a non-disclosure agreement, a post-death NDA for her
Right,
husband
right.
for these films to
For both of them. Yeah, and it's very interesting. Like, that thing's not uncommon for certain people. Like, there are certain actors that are like, I literally won't kiss another person on screen because I love my wife, so then they just play bad guys.
which is ridiculous.
Because, I get it, though. I get it, though. I get it,
I
though.
kind of don't, but
I get it.
you're an
I
actor.
get it. Well, when I was, it seems more like high school theater issue,
yeah.
but some people carry that into adulthood in certain
Okay.
ways. But in any event, yeah.
And
this
I've heard
is,
of it. So yeah, like it's just that absurd to me.
So allegedly, these are things that have gone down prior.
But you also
to-
kind of said that they were grifters in real life. That was some of the shit that I wanted to know is just how, like, all right, so these people, it's all looked at as real in this movie because it's it's based on a true story, but it's ultimately a work of fiction with some of the shit that's happening.
Well, yeah, it's tied in there with like the Catholic Church of it all and stuff, and how this grift can be people being told that they're possessed when instead they have like mental health issues that could be treated in like ways that we have and that are manageable and stuff. But instead, they end up in a scenario where somebody ties them to a chair and like throws
Yeah.
water on their face, and
Well,
it can be very traumatic. But at the same time, I will say this: that yes, I do think that they were grifters. It's definitely a con. There's a lot of content in what they do for people. That's part of why they're there. They chase. They even in this film when they're showing people the films of what they're doing, their exploits. You don't need to show that to those kids. You could just tell them about it. But they show them some pretty graphic stuff.
I guess proof is in the
because it's
pudding. Like
spicy.
nobody's
It gets
like, would you believe it without
It
some
gets the
ocular
people
proof?
going.
You
And
know,
you can't have your pudding if you don't eat your supper.
right, right. So, but
The proof
But-
is in the pudding, and I want a pudding pop. But can we pop off this podcast?
let's pop it off. I'm sorry, we
Let's
have
pop
kind
off
of
this
been rambling
Poppycock.
off about rambling on and on about Ed and Lorraine and things like that.
Yeah,
So,
let's get into this cool
Let's
version
go
of
ahead and
them.
get into it. All right, as usual, I'm going to give the IMDb synopsis of this movie. All right, so The Conjuring is a movie about paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, who work to help a family terrorized by a dark presence in their farmhouse. Yeah, that's pretty much what
Pretty
this
much it.
movie is about.
Yep.
I dug this movie. I'm so happy that you selected this one for us to do. As a person myself who absolutely believes in the paranormal and stuff, I have had experiences. I don't give a damn what nobody's saying. And I'm not ashamed to let folks know I believe in paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
That there is something out there, paranormal wise.
Well,
Now-
that's the other side of why I wanted to cover this film, even with the Ed Lorraine Warren problematic stuff, is no matter the grift that they were doing, I do think that they still were having experiences.
Mhm.
Not all of them all the time,
And-
for sure, but they were definitely putting themselves
and
in scenarios where they were getting real close to stuff.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it's a little bit of an issue that they were so tied to the Catholic Church, because otherwise, if they would have gone to all kinds of different doctrines,
Yeah.
they probably would have been able to solve a lot more of this stuff.
Yeah,
they were getting
all
all
I
up
know
in
is
some
they're kind of like
serious
they're kind of
problems.
like the godfathers or the godparents, I should say, of paranormal
They
investigation.
popped it off. Yeah.
Yeah,
they called
they
themselves
absolutely
ghost hunters.
jumped it off
Kooks.
and everything like that. And if you watch the documentary, that's on the same streaming platform. They've got a lot of people who have since become well-known paranormal investigators and stuff
that like worked with them
that.
over time. Yeah.
Well, no, that just talk about how influential they were, like how
Oh,
they
yeah.
were, really into their stuff growing up, and that's how they got into it and things like that. So, I can't speak too much. Listen, I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but I've heard stories, coming up in the church, yarn spun about people that were possessed up in the church and having spirits and demons and whatnot preyed up off of them and things like that.
Sometimes it's
I don't,
happening.
I
Sometimes
I
these
don't
things
know
are
which one.
happening.
I've never experienced that personally with my own two eyes. Remain somewhat of a skeptic in that regard in terms of like demons and possessions and stuff, but like in terms of spirits of unrest that walk around and like still be around and play, I've had experiences.
Cold spots in
I've
rooms when you're
absolutely had
walking through
experiences, and,
spaces.
like
yeah.
because I have personally experienced that stuff. I absolutely think
Mhm.
that it's legit. So, yeah, but we're gonna get.
Is this just like a soft launch for your ghost hunting?
Yeah, it
show that
is.
we're gonna be
It's
getting
coming
into?
soon. If y'all
Mm.
have any spooky sounds or anything, that bother you, in the middle of the evening and stuff like that, waking up your kids, the dogs are going nuts, the cat won't come back into the house. You can call on the night, and we will come help you out. Yes, that's the North Indy Ghost Hunting Team, and we will we'll come check it out for you.
Dear God, that was so much
That
louder.
was- It's almost like the
Take that,
roadcaster was possessed.
I like that's a crisp boy right there.
I told you I got it real good.
That's a crispy whip
Yeah, me and
crack.
Trevor,
Snap me off one of them.
me and Trevor were playing with the new sound equipment earlier and recorded that sound effect.
I love it.
Took a lot of tries, but
Yeah.
he got it right.
Give it to me one more
Oh,
time.
wow.
Yeah.
Woo! All right. So in 1968, renowned demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren investigate the Annabelle case, in which friends Debbie and Camilla have a possessed doll. They allowed a spirit who claimed to be a 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins to possess the doll, and the hauntings became increasingly disturbing. The Warrens explained that the doll was never possessed. It was only a conduit for a demonic spirit whose goal was to possess one of the friends. 3 years later, in 1971, Roger and Carolyn Perrin moved into a farmhouse in Harrisville, Rhode Island. Could not have told you that's where this took place, but in Harrisville, Rhode Island, with their 5 daughters, Andrea, Nancy, Christine, Cindy, and April. Their dog Sadie, who refuses to enter the house. The family discovers a boarded-up cellar in the house, and paranormal events occur within the first few nights. Every clock in the house stops at 3:07 a.m., Carolyn awakens with new bruises each morning, and Sadie is found dead, which pissed me off. In the yard, Carolyn and Christine both encounter an evil spirit. So,
Yeah.
so that's gonna take us, so as we was discussing this in pre-production, it's not much to this movie. This family moves into this farmhouse.
Yeah.
It's haunted, and Lorraine come and help them. You know what I mean, with the hauntings. No need to really dwell on too much. So it was fucked up. Sadie would not enter the house.
Wait, hold on. I have one
what's going on?
poppycock
What you got?
real quick
What you got?
because we're
What's
gonna back
the
up to
poppycock?
because the Annabelle stuff happens a little bit
Okay.
at the beginning
Yes.
there, right?
Yes.
So there's this thing called a tulpa. It's like an imaginary friend that once you start to give this thing a name and give it references, it starts to become a reality.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm calling a little bit of a poppycock on the fucking medium that those like women with the bobs talk
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
By saying that it was Annabelle.
Named it Annabelle, that gave
Gave
it an entrance and gave it
Okay.
power. The same as we'll eventually see. When you say certain creatures' names, that gives specific power.
Yeah.
Leprechaun shit, you
Yeah.
know? Like, this is just science. This
Yeah.
is science.
Yeah.
So I think that might be a little bit of a poppycock for me.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, so what's the exact poppycock again? I'm sorry.
The medium.
The
I'm
medium?
calling poppycock on the medium.
Whoever told the young women with the Annabelle doll that it was
that it had a
Annabelle.
name and stuff. She named
She
the
put
creature
them on
for
the
them.
wrong
Yeah.
path,
And that
they
gave
didn't
it
understand
power.
it was the demonic.
Okay. Gotcha.
presence.
Yep.
Call
It's,
poppycock on the medium for not doing their damn job.
Yeah.
Okay, and setting the ladies up for failure. Okay.
Yep.
I could dig. Gotta. Yeah. Call poppycock on the medium. Yeah.
Well, you're right. Yeah, Sadie wouldn't go in the house. Sadie wouldn't go in the house.
We had
No.
we had various indicators. That's certainly
Yeah,
one
no
of them.
doubt.
Sadie wouldn't go in from the beginning, and that's an adorable, just kind of pulling the dog by the scruff of her neck, and
Did I see a picture of that?
What of the
Of Sadie not coming in?
Yeah, we've got
Sadie's
that.
like,
so the
absolutely.
one was
there
the
we
real
go, right
Ed
there.
and Lorraine,
Good
and then,
dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
Sadie's like,
Sadie.
I am not fucking around. And we've all been there with trying to move your dog, and it's like, no,
Even
for whatever
the
reason,
smallest
it's like,
of dogs
no,
can turn
I'm
into
not,
a
yeah.
boulder.
Yeah, and like, I am not moving. Yeah, that's
What
where
the
Sadie
fuck
was
is
at.
happening here?
Yeah.
Now my
and
dog, though. My dog.
for good reason. For good reason. And real quick, let me
Yeah.
say, we talked about this too. Outside of I think if I'm correct, that whole Annabelle thing was them telling that class that they were talking
Yep.
to
Yeah, yeah.
about
Yep.
that Annabelle case, and that's what that was referencing.
And I like
Because
that.
outside of that, there was zero reason to mention Annabelle in this film.
It's true.
Yeah. But I
Unless
think
you
they were
knew
setting
you were
up.
gonna
Yeah,
be
they were setting up a
making
franchise, right?
franchise or a
Yeah. So
universe
let's
of
set up
some
the
sort.
franchise.
Oh yeah, that's
Which
the
is
Wan move, right?
actually
That's a James Wan
pretty
move.
brilliant. Yeah.
But what were some of
Pretty
the
brilliant idea.
the other hints that things were going wrong in this house? We had smells of
Yeah,
like
rotting-
farting
yeah,
or
rotting
sulfur,
rotting
yeah,
meat,
sulfur,
the sulfur
brimstone,
aspect.
those cold
birds.
spots.
Birds flying
Birds
into the
dying
windows.
outside.
They said it was just cold up in the crib. Period. It's cold. Ferns don't work.
But even when they would walk into certain rooms, it's very interesting because you could see their breath sometimes
Yeah.
showing
Mhm.
up.
and then pictures falling off
Pictures
the walls.
falling
falling
off
off
the
the-
walls. We've
Yeah.
got some clocks stopping at 3:07.
3:07.
Okay, so I got a
AM.
little idea of what the 307 is.
All right, come
Because we
on.
got the 3. That's
Yeah.
already the Trinity. We've already talked about that. It's a
Okay.
joke against the Trinity. That's
Okay.
the
Three
3.
thumps.
Yeah.
And then the 7 is for the 7 bodies that this house is about to claim. 2 parents, 5 kids.
Okay. I like it. And the 0?
Well, you don't need a 0 because there's only 7.
Okay.
There were 10.
It's a
Okay.
placeholder.
To 10.
It's a placeholder.
Yep.
I thought you had something for the 0. I was about to really give you your props.
Mm.
But I'm going to give you your props anyway because I like the theory there. And you're probably right.
A little bit of numerology.
You're probably right.
yeah.
You're probably right. Okay.
Because I'm thinking like if one of them would have died, then
Yeah.
maybe it's 306,
Yeah.
and then it's 305. Yeah.
Maybe the O is for the 0 dogs they got now.
Oh.
That's rough.
That is
I will
rough.
say for
was
all
that
listeners,
was that a play on the dog? That's rough.
That would be spelled R-U-F-F, rough, for those of you at home. And yes, it is interesting that K.C. was the chooser of the Conjuring movie.
Yeah.
And having not seen the movie, we've got a dog death pretty
Pretty early.
So yeah, I told Trevor earlier there's a website you can go to that talks about dog deaths in movies and stuff like that, or like
Mhm.
animal stuff.
Mhm.
And they will say that there's no gore in this one because there's no gore. It's
There's
off
no gore.
screen.
Yeah.
And then I ended up falling down a rabbit hole and I watched a documentary that was an hour and a half long about dog acting. And certain dogs will lay down like that. Even when you pick up their head and everything, they just stay limp.
Dead weight.
Yep.
Wow.
Just like we were talking about
Yeah.
that they don't want to move.
Interesting.
That's
Yeah.
how they just make that dog lay there just totally fine like that. And they can
Yeah.
even pick it up, tongue down, mouth down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good dog
I've
acting.
been
Some
training
dogs
for
are
this
good.
my
Some
whole
dogs are
life.
good.
And I
Some
learned-
dogs are good.
There's also a dog acting award ceremony called the Palm Dog.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
not just
Palm Duan.
give me some palm.
Oh.
Dog.
Okay.
Ooh,
That was bad.
the worst high five.
So I'm going
Uh,
to transition from that
hey,
to talking
hey.
about the fuzzy TV.
Yeah.
We had a poltergeist reference.
We
it would
do.
seem.
We do.
Ron Livingston's Roger character wakes up and there's this fuzzy TV going
Yep.
on before some other creepy shit happens.
Yeah. Now, is that a poltergeist reference or just TV in the 60s?
I think it's TV in
Well-
the 60s. It's also like frequency stuff. Like
Wow.
it's sound and picture and stuff that can be influenced and
Yeah, not
tickled
only
by
asked that
them.
because like channels went off.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
And that's what you
agreed.
got.
Agreed on all accounts, except for the way it seems like the shot just cut immediately to the TV and then came out. It seemed like it was
Yeah,
an
no
homage.
doubt.
It was
to
homage.
No doubt. No doubt.
Poltergeist. And
No
it's
doubt.
just it's acknowledging something that came before.
No doubt.
And it's not even a matter of comparison. It doesn't have to be direct influence. It's just clearly the people who made The Conjuring had seen Poltergeist.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear about these jabronis and me talk about Poltergeist, you can go back to Real
Yes.
Poppycock Season 1, Episode 2.
Yeah,
from
there you go.
around this time last year. It
Yeah.
was spooky season right
Yes.
when we were getting going.
Yes, it was.
I do think it was cool that they got the same demon for this film from Poltergeist.
I
too.
was
It's
shocked
nice to
that
see
they were still
demon's
alive.
still acting.
Yeah, like
yeah.
that it was
It's
still active, not
you
alive,
know,
but still active and
know.
haunting
And,
folks.
there was a
Yeah.
down period where they were doing a whole lot of commercials for used car lots and stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to work.
Gotta
Hauntings
work.
at children's birthday parties
Right.
on
Yeah.
the weekends to
Right.
make ends
Yeah.
meet.
You got to work, but you got to work, like you said. Yeah, so shout out to
Your
the
kid's
to
in
the, to
Harvard.
the demon spirit in
Haunting.
this. Yeah, shout out.
Skull and bones.
Working. But yeah, so like we said, there were signs. The clock stopping and everything like that. But there was no more telling sign than the hand clap game.
Oh.
It was all about the hand.
Which
clap
I've
game.
played a lot of hide and seek, but I've never called it the hand clap game. That rule has sometimes been a factor that you have to clap or
Yeah.
say something. Ollie Ollie Oxenfree
Yeah.
also sometimes a phrase.
It's the out of water version of Marco Polo, I guess.
There you go.
Yeah,
I forgot that
yeah.
colonizer's name.
But it is pretty reckless to be playing this game in a new house where then also the second time it's played with the mother Carolyn, she about tumbles over a stairwell. hitting
Right.
the
Bumping
railing,
into stuff.
Right.
Y'all don't know where the water lines are. They
Right.
didn't even know there was a basement in this fucking. Okay. Also, there's a little bit of a poppycock that I want to start with it here
Go ahead.
because it's just the entire fucking film. Nobody in this family has any idea what a fucking flashlight is. Just I could understand maybe the ghost puts off your flashlight and dims the light or whatever, which eventually we will see Ed just not be phased by those bulbs. He's like, quit your little ghost games. I don't care about your fucking lights.
Are you talking about the fact that they got to use matches?
Or just nothing at all. Sometimes they just go into spaces that they've never been in before with no light at all.
It doesn't make universal sense insofar as that in 1971 there were flashlights.
Flashlights existed.
Yeah.
A bunch of big ass C batteries in that bitch.
I mean, if it's trying to play devil's advocate, maybe like, well, the family's fallen on hard times, and maybe batteries are expensive. Maybe there was a flashlight, but they just didn't have the juice.
Lanterns. They don't have
Makes
candles.
me harken back to the Do the Right Thing episode.
Let's go.
And Radio Raheem buying 20 motherfucking
D
batteries.
That was
like,
that's
that's
you
a
gotta
lot.
have
That's
those
a lot of
batteries at home
batteries.
too, dude.
That's
you gotta
pricey.
Yeah,
that's pricey. I'm just saying, what did Radio Raheem do for a living? That's all I wanted to know.
we know
To be
what he
buying
did.
20 batteries, you know?
He was
So,
selling sneakers. I think.
Selling sneakers.
All right,
Yeah.
that's the dude I
on
would
the
buy
corner.
sneakers from.
On the corner. But yeah, so maybe that was it. Because they got the house at auction, so they got it cheap, you know, take it as is type shit and whatnot. And it was very evident that they didn't scope this place out at all prior to moving in.
I think maybe the demons listed it. You know, maybe somebody's getting that back on the market.
But they didn't know about the cellar until the girls are playing and
knocked the board down,
accidentally, knock shit out like.
And
a
then he
hole in
goes
the
down there
wall
with
and-
a match, and I'm like, bro, I'm assuming your house has
And he's like,
gas.
why would they board it up?
Is this
Like,
does
this
your house
isn't
not have?
suspicious to
He
you?
hadn't seen the furnace. They hadn't even seen the furnace.
That's what they hadn't seen this house. They couldn't have. They couldn't have. Right?
Yeah.
So the poppycock then is that it's a work of the screenwriters or filmmakers we want to make this scary as fuck. So we're gonna have it something where there is a match being lit because cinematographically
It was-
or in whatever way of like
it's perfect.
shot
Yeah, it's
beautifully.
perfect. Yeah, it's
It
perfect.
adds all sorts of tension to the screen
And then it goes out, and you like hits your hand.
But one of the things that they say paranormal activity does is feeds off the energy of objects and things that are in the room. So you could have that with a flashlight where the flashlight is flickering out because the energy is being drained from these batteries.
Oh, I spoke with a
Like,
ghost
you know,
once using smoke from a candle.
So-
we read the smoke pattern
So
for communication.
that's they could have held on it, but for effect, for effects,
They-
and you know what I mean, and
Way to go, Mr. Wan.
it's
Pulled it
it's
off.
the matches, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about matches, yeah.
We've
And you
got-
would think with that dude being a trucker, he's got a flashlight some fucking where. Yeah.
Well, he just dropped it outside before he ran in
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
exact perfect time. But
Yeah.
the 5 daughters of the Perrin family are Andrea, Nancy, Christine, Cindy, and April. And I believe Cindy is a sleepwalker.
She's a sleepwalker, and April is a ghost talker. So your
And I've
daughters
known
are fucked up,
sleepwalkers, but
yeah.
the thing about the sleepwalking that got me was that she wasn't walking when she was banging into that thing.
She
seemed
had
more
to
like
walk over
her
to
head
it.
was
Yeah,
being
she had to walk
pulled
over to it.
towards the
something-
door.
Yeah, but yeah, so you got one that's a sleepwalker that hadn't sleepwalked in a long time. Matter of fact, I think they say they thought she was
They
over
thought she
it.
was
Like,
over it.
Yeah, like we haven't seen this, and then the one she's just chatting her ass off with this ghost.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, full blown conversation, happy about it.
And that's
you know?
again when we
And
get
we would
into this
assume-
tulpa stuff a little bit, is that it's a bit of that having an imaginary friend or naming a thing. Like once you know the name is Rory,
Yeah.
Rory starts to get more interactive
Yeah.
with you.
Well, and
Yeah.
April was certainly the youngest. And so
Yeah.
then maybe it's just that, like, children can often be very perceptive because they haven't been, like,
Yeah.
told not to pay attention to
deconditioned
that.
to
Yes. Yes.
pay attention to these things.
Absolutely.
You got
Absolutely.
that right, dude.
We
Yeah.
did have a nice little sleepwalking song from the 1950s that would
Ooh.
kind of come up around some of the sleepwalking character. But yeah, that knocking into the
just
dresser
hitting the head
constantly.
on
And this is
repeat.
already the dresser that have we seen the hands clap out of it at
Not
this point?
yet.
No, I don't believe
that's
so.
right.
But that's directly after that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
That was just played
which
so well.
yeah. But even leading up, leading up to that, with the claps, they kind of set up the stuff, you get a false scare. And this is what people love about these types of movies. This is why I enjoy watching them. I'm a fan of the jump scare because, like, practical effects stuff, like Freddy Krueger, Jason, that shit don't scare me. I grew up on it. Like, the jump scares, though, I don't know what's coming around the corner. Like, I'm here for that.
Yeah.
So she's got the little thing, the little mirror toy that plays the song and stuff, and she's telling mom about it. She's like, well, you turn the key and look in the mirror, and he'll pop up behind you. And so they're zoomed in on the mirror. You see her eyes, and you're expecting this, and instead it's just her daughter saying "boo."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
but it's still
Kids
scary.
love to
Yeah,
because
do.
it's
Which
quick and
kids love
loud.
to do.
Yeah.
And there's a whole lot of, I think that this film does such a good job, especially early on, of
Yeah.
not having very much music or soundtrack in this. It's just a quiet
Yeah.
house. And there's that weird thing that parents have where sometimes the house is too quiet.
Yeah.
That might mean your kid is getting
Right.
into some weird.
Right. Getting
You know what
into
I mean?
Yeah, getting into some weird
So
shit.
there's also that
Yeah.
bit of, like, she has that mom ability of being like, what's going on?
Right.
And who are you talking
Right.
to?
Right. But after the
And kids
second,
have,
it's like the
imaginary
second
friends.
night in the house, and like the thing is up in the corner, and it jumps down on the floor. This whole scene, okay, like what's her name? What's the little actress?
Joey
that-
King.
Joey
the
King.
Joey King
So
singing
Joey
the
King
creature in the
sing,
corner.
yeah. This
night
scene
man.
was intense as hell. From like the shot of underneath the bed, like she wants to look like.
Oh my
You know,
gosh, dude.
she's
Yeah,
getting her
that
ankle pulled,
flip.
and then she's like, "What the hell's going on?" She looks up underneath the bed, the angle in which they shot
Yes.
that,
It
from her point of
spins.
view,
As
and,
if the
and you're
creature
just
is
looking
crawling
like,
and
yeah,
she
and
is
you're just
spinning
and
over.
you're just waiting what's gonna pop up into the screen, but you don't get that.
Because
So
it's
now,
in her
now
head.
your intensity's heightened.
Yeah.
Sis wakes up. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" She's like, "It's looking right at us. You don't see it." Sis is like, "What are you
And
talking
Sis
about?" She's
seems
like,
to scream off camera, but then also never seems to respond or act like she saw anything once we see her.
Well, and maybe older
And it kinda
sis
pissed me
didn't.
off, like,
Well,
back your
so-
sister
I think
up
the
here, you
creature
saw
was.
it.
I think
Right,
the
right.
creature was holding her.
You think so?
Well, I think
She
the older
screamed.
sister screamed because of the door being slammed, but
Yeah.
that still, she may have been old enough to have been deconditioned from being able
Still
to
thinking it's the
see
wind or
this,
another person.
I don't
Oh,
know. But
you're
yeah,
right.
You got to
You're
back up
right.
your sister insofar as that at least your sister legitimately thought there was something in
She's
that room.
not lying.
And she
And the
was
door
scared
did
for
slam.
her
I can't
life.
explain the door. Dad, I can't explain the door.
I've had that
I've-
happen
I
in
can't
the
explain
house
the door.
where the temperature changes, the air pressure changes.
Yeah,
and the
no,
door
yeah,
just goes.
absolutely.
But not from the being wide ass
yeah,
open. Like,
yeah.
Or with that much force.
With that much,
Which-
there it is.
Also, I guess I didn't call this Poppycock earlier, but
Mhm.
that
go.
little Annabelle doll, she's got a cop knock and a half, like just boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. Like, how's
you're
Yeah.
right.
fucking
Yeah,
doll
yeah,
do
yeah.
that?
Hey, calm down.
Now,
calm
was
down,
it the
down.
doll or was
Yeah,
it the
you're right.
spirit, though? I think it was the spirit that was knocking.
Oh, and
Well,
then
yeah,
Remember, the
pushing
doll's just
doll
the
around.
conduit,
It's
just
yeah.
pushing the doll around.
Yeah.
so.
So, yeah, that spirit.
Have y'all
Still got
seen
this
pictures of
Chucky
the
idea in my
spirit's
mind
pissed?
for how this shit works.
The real
Oh.
Annabelle doll, I have.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
like
a
Raggedy
Ann.
Ann.
It's just a regular ass Raggedy Ann.
Like, and that's not scary.
Which would be, but it would be so much scarier if that
If
was
it was
thrown
like-
in your dumpster,
Well, yeah,
and then it was
because-
back in your house.
Because then you're
That would
kind of
be
like,
very weird.
that's resemblance to the little clown toy and poltergeist and,
And they
stuff.
could be
and-
everywhere. There's
you know?
Raggedy Ann dolls
Yeah.
everywhere at that
Yeah.
time. Actually, I had a Raggedy.
Because clowns are scary.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
you
think
got
that's
this
the point
Raggedy
of
Ann
them.
doll that's kind of like a clown,
Shocking.
doll looking deal. Like, yeah. So,
I want
but-
you to think of every reason that you don't love clowns and come back after this break, or we're gonna kill your whole fucking family.
your whole
Your
fucking
whole
family.
fucking family.
All of them. Yeah, so at this point in the film, Carolyn, like, she has figured out everything is just all fucked up in the house. She got caught up in the basement, tried like I couldn't even imagine. Like, going
She's
through
got
some shit like
bruises
that.
all
Yeah.
over her body. She's
Right.
taking medicine now for iron deficiency because the doctor can't explain what's been going on to her.
Well, and I'll throw this out here too. I pointed out to Trevor while watching the film. The husband does a good job of being a husband, saying get those
Get that checked
bruises
out.
looked at
Yeah.
because they have a lot of kids, and anemia is pretty common when having kids.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Okay.
lot of iron deficiency
Yeah.
stuff, so they're probably a little used to like those kinds of bruises,
Yeah.
and you need to go see a doctor
Yeah.
and get that.
Go get checked out. Go get checked
Yeah.
out. So, but yeah, so she's like, there's something going on. So she goes and sits in on one of the little teaching moments.
Lectures,
Yeah,
yep.
lectures. Yeah, thank you. Teaching moments. The
They
lectures.
show off their
Yeah.
highlight reel.
Right. Yeah. that the Warrens are doing and whatnot.
Oh, and Casey totally noticed this, but look at Ed and Lorraine. I don't know if it can be seen, but Ed's tie matches Lorraine's fucking
skirt. Like I was
Yeah,
telling Una, I
they're
was
very
like, that
fashionable.
shit looks like a rug in the house. Like, I have never seen a plaid tie in all of my entire life.
As a person that's worn a lot of different clothing for a lot of my life, I had quite a few plaid ties
Yeah,
and plaid
never.
skirts.
Especially that material of tie. Oh,
Yeah, that's a hot wool tie.
yeah,
That's
that
a
bad
hot
boy
tie.
is nice and thick. Nice and thick. Yeah. So shit's
Much like the
fucked up.
real Ed Warren.
Yeah, shit's fucked up in the house. So she goes and checks out one of the lectures, and she's like, I need some help. So Carolyn contacts the Warrens, who conduct an initial investigation during which Lorraine, a clairvoyant, sees that a dark entity has latched onto the family so that even leaving the house will not free them. To gather evidence, they place cameras and bells around the house with the help of their assistant Drew Thomas and police officer Brad Hamilton. Research reveals that the house once belonged to an accused witch and Satanist named Bathsheba Sherman. I did not know that this thing had a last name. Did they say it in the movie?
I think they just said Bathsheba.
Yeah, I
well,
didn't
they
recall
did
the
say
Sherman.
They said it
They
once.
said
Yeah.
Jedson Sherman. Excuse
Okay.
me. In
Okay.
1863, Jedson Sherman was the original builder of the
Okay.
house. So Bathsheba was
So,
his.
all right. So, Bathsheba Sherman, a relative
Which is the name of
Marytown Eastie.
Bathsheba.
Yeah.
Also the name of somebody that Jesus hooked up with, maybe, or
I don't
something,
think
right?
Jesus hooked up with, but like I think she was a
okay.
whore in the Bible or something like that. Like I can't tell, but yeah, there was definitely a Bathsheba. In
I'm
the
assuming
Bible.
this witch was just a
doing bad
woman
things,
that didn't
yeah.
want to get married
Yeah.
to a bunch of
And
hillbillies.
so Bathsheba Sherman, a relative of Marytown Eastie, who sacrificed her week-old baby to the devil and killed herself in 1863 at 3:07 in the morning after cursing all who take her land. There have since been reports of numerous murders and suicides through the years in the houses that were built on the land. So there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
and I
and
like how
we-
Lorraine figured that out so quickly. Like,
Yeah.
She had all the blueprints and the
Yeah.
pictures
Had
and the
it all.
neighbor or the newspaper clippings and shit.
Well, she knew what to look for. She knew what, and everything. If there was something that went on in that house, just go to that point in time and check out the newspaper. There's
Do
bound
the
to be reports
research.
on
Well,
it. Yeah.
And the whole shit with the relation to Marytown Esty as the Salem witch trials.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that was an interesting connection
Yeah.
for them to make.
Yeah, absolutely. But like y'all said, like this is where things really pick up and everything. And like I said earlier, we could probably take this thing on home from here because this is where it jumps off at, So things have gotten just as bad as they possibly can up in the house. The spirit has now attached and latched on to the family. And Lorraine got to come in and do their sweet thing.
Yep.
Okay. Which they attempt to do. Carolyn, gets all the way possessed and
Yeah.
Right. I think we even got the puking in the mouth
Oh my
fucking
gosh,
picture
yeah.
that so puke equals possession because we go from infestation to oppression to possession. But it feels like this is the exact moment where
So is
and
this
it's like
so?
a ramping up
happens.
of power. Yeah.
Quick question: is this the music person right here that we're looking at? Is that the person?
I
that
believe
did the
so.
Music?
Yeah.
See,
and
that's
that
awesome.
name is Joseph Bishara.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Joseph
Yeah.
Bishara doing the
Because they
soundtrack,
play Bathsheba.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the jumping around that Bathsheba can do and stuff, and just kind of like being in places.
Well, in one of her first
Visible to some
reveals,
people.
the perch on top of the dresser. That was earlier, but that was certainly
Yeah.
very creepy. And
Yeah.
we've got Drew, who we mentioned is maybe a proxy for James Wan, but we've also got Officer Brad. And one of the moments where Casey and I were just cracking up last night was when he's like, "I need a UV light," or whatever.
Yeah.
The
Like
way
he'd
that the
never heard of
motherfucker-
UV.
Hey, maybe not.
He
Maybe
hadn't.
not.
He definitely
maybe
had.
not.
But then that gives us a really cool, creepy reveal.
Yeah, it
of
does.
the UV light being used over the ground, and you see the
The
footprints and stuff.
Yeah.
And then while they're moving the furniture around, you can see a hand. Ed, nobody else, they don't recognize it.
Yeah.
But there's multiple handprints on the clothes as
Yeah.
they're pushing around before they see the handprints on the wall behind it. And it's just really good. Like,
So what the
visual
hell is a
storytelling.
demon giving off to where the UV light is picking up? what they're putting
Ectoplasm.
Down. Ectoplasm?
Yep.
Okay.
Heat residue, ectoplasm, stuff that shows up. You
So
know.
it's not that gooey stuff in Ghostbusters?
That is a specific. That pink goo is a specific.
Not the pink
demon.
goo. I'm talking about the stuff like the ectoplasm and stuff.
Slime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that not what they called it?
Well,
like
it's
when they
ectoplasm.
when they were,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
they
it.
was
That's
what it
collecting at
is.
the library?
There's
That's what
a
it is.
delicious drink that is Ecto Cooler.
You're snot.
and
Egon, you're snot.
I do love an ecto cooler.
bring that back.
Yeah.
The ecto coolers.
Squeezy bottle.
So, there's a whole lot of shit going on. Bathsheba completely possesses Carolyn in the cellar. Lorraine sees the spirit of a woman whom Bathsheba had possessed long ago and forced to kill her child. Realizing she will force Carolyn to do the same, the Warrens conclude that they have sufficient evidence to receive authorization from the Catholic Church to perform an exorcism. But Father Gordon explains that approval would have to come directly from the Vatican because the Perrin family are not members of the church.
Shout
I'm just
out
gonna,
again.
yeah, I'm gonna
Fuck-
power through this.
Fuck that stuff.
Here we
man.
go. Here it
ahead,
is,
go
the
ahead.
last one. The Warrens' daughter Judy is attacked by Bathsheba as a warning to the Warrens. The Perrin family takes refuge at a motel, but Carolyn, possessed, takes Christine and April back to the house to kill them. Running out of time, Ed, Lorraine, and Brad tie Carolyn to a chair, and Ed attempts the exorcism himself. Carolyn escapes and attempts to kill April. Lorraine is able to call to her by reminding her of a family memory, allowing Ed to complete the exorcism and condemn Bathsheba back to hell. Returning home, Ed adds the haunted music box from the Perrin home to their room and cursed artifacts that they have collected from past cases.
Yeah, and that music box was first found out by the tree, and the tree
Yeah.
being the one where Bathsheba hung herself.
Yeah.
And then we even see in that hidden room in the wall behind the dresser that there's a spot that's not dusty where this was Rory's little music box thing.
Yeah.
We've got that beautiful shot of Lorraine's face with the
With the
twisted
spiral
light
there.
over it.
It's
And I just-
amazing.
Here's my question.
Yep.
What the fuck is the purpose of this toy?
Of that little music box toy.
The music
thing?
box toy with
It's
the
like a
rotating
pathway
mirror,
to
like
the
it's
ethereal?
just. I mean,
It's like a fairy box.
I would never
It's like a
want to
fairy
look
box.
into a rotating mirror. That almost like that feels nauseous.
Here's what I'll say. Humans have been trying to get imbibed in different ways for all of humanity.
Yeah.
Anything that can get you just a little further away from
I'm
this
cool.
stark
I don't.
hard reality.
I don't. I don't. Yeah. Like, and then the music that it plays is even creepy.
It's
They
very
had it
creepy.
bad back in the day.
It was bedtime.
Yeah, they had it bad back in the day. Like these little music boxes, they never played like sweet music that sounded any good. They always sounded a little creepy. And
I don't
I'm
know.
like,
There's
who
something.
wants to hear that?
There's something to say though. Like, what's a ghost supposed to get inside
I
of
don't
now? Like a
know.
geek bar or something?
I don't know.
Like, is it
I'm
supposed
just
to
thinking
like?
like
metrics?
just
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, what
just
is it
stuff back
supposed
in
to-
the day though. Like all right, y'all seen Sleepy Hollow, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Tim Burton directed. Johnny Depp starring. Christina Ricci,
Mhm.
boobs pushed up in the dress, looking heavenly. Yeah. So.
Are we talking about your cologne again already?
Oh no, we're talking about Christina Ricci's breast pushed up in a dress, looking all just great, succulent and supple. But in this movie, there's a particular character in a movie that lives with his wife and kid, and to get the kid to go to sleep, they put this shade over the lit candle that rotates, and it's like dragons and ghouls. How
You
is
gotta toughen those kids up for
yeah?
the hard
how,
times of back in the
how
day.
is this
I believe
supposed
that's
to
called a
help
Nickelodeon, maybe. I don't know. I think
like
that might be.
how are they supposed to? How is a kid supposed
It's,
to?
it's to make sure that
How's
the
that
kids are
comfortable?
not afraid of the dark.
I guess I don't know.
Oh.
I just couldn't imagine being a kid and be like, "Hey, fall asleep to dragons." You know, like I just can't imagine it. They just had fucked up shit back in the day. That's all I was saying.
Can I?
And the music box with the rotating mirror was fucked up.
Can I throw a poppycock out there?
Throw it out there.
Let's hear that poppycock.
Well, and I mean, I guess this is in real life. Maybe there's many more cops that are shoot first, ask questions later. But Officer Brad comes blasting into the house at the end scene, shooting the door with a shotgun. You got no idea if there's a child
Right.
behind that fucking door.
Right.
Like,
Same as the blackening.
Right.
Hey, wait for a response from that person on the other side
Yeah.
of the door
Yeah.
before you start shooting.
Before you start shooting,
You're
yeah.
right, Trevor.
But when we
Yeah.
get to the actual exorcism scene, like I think we even snuck it in earlier, but there's this great moment where Carolyn, who's been possessed, like bursts through this bedsheet that's been wrapped around her, and you see the face of Bathsheba.
Yeah.
But then also, like, and I know, Ed, you mentioned a little bit of this earlier, some of the cinematography in these scenes is so beautiful. Like, you have these shots where it's looking under a bed, and then the camera flips up and
Flips,
turns
yeah,
upside down
yeah,
and looks
yeah,
at shit.
yeah.
So in this ending exorcism scene, we have the character of Carolyn tied around in a bed sheet in a chair that like rises towards the ceiling and then turns
flips
upside
upside down.
down.
Yeah.
And then you have the point of view from this demon, basically seeing the entire team of Ed and Lorraine and Brad, and I think Drew's there too, or maybe Roger, and they're all upside down. And just like
It's beautiful.
the way that
Yeah,
kind of
beautiful
toys
shots.
with the
Yeah.
viewer's like sense of ease. Like
Yes.
it's directly
Yes.
uneasing, but it's also done in a non-jarring way, which
Yes.
we're not going to get into the debate about
Yeah,
found
smooth.
footage shit again, but
Yeah.
this shit looked good. And this is where I can appreciate quality filmmaking.
Absolutely.
Because it's beautiful, even if it's fucking
Even if
creepy.
it's pointless to the story. Why would this
Yeah.
thing turn her upside down?
Well, the way that they show it in the film, it almost looks more like it's not a creature in a chair strapped to a woman or anything. It feels more like a creature picking up someone in
Yeah.
a chair and turning it over.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm
And
just,
just
like,
showing
why?
how much strength and
I
manipulation.
get it.
has.
Outside of just dropping her straight on her dome and
Yep.
splitting her shit open, why do it?
It wants her alive because it wants her to kill
Ah,
the
children.
kid.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's the possession of the mother to kill
Yeah.
the child.
Yeah. I just remember
Yeah.
saying that, like, why did the spirit have to flip the chair upside down? You know,
Well,
you could have just had it levitating and it'd been
absolutely.
it's still fucked up.
It'd be terrifying.
it's
And
true,
as soon as
yeah,
it started
'cause, yeah.
levitating, it was already pretty.
Yeah, like
freaking scary.
this shit's levitating.
Dude, and Trevor,
No.
you said like how beautifully this is shot. I think that it's very interesting because it's technically a historical film. That's what it's going for, but it is shot very modern. It looks even when we start with
Yeah.
the Annabelle
Yeah.
stuff at the very beginning with the ladies in the bouffant hair, it looks very modern. It doesn't look like it's shot and trying to look like it's from a different time. It's supposed to look like this could happen right now. Like
Yeah.
this is documented stuff that really happens.
But
Yeah.
still with pretty solid use of like time period appropriate clothing and speech
And the
like, you're saying
technology
far out and groovy. You've
Yep.
got these station wagons with wood all along the side. Like
Gosh,
it's
I miss those
quality
station
set
wagons.
design to make it look like it's from 1971.
Yeah.
But then yes, shot in a way, Casey, like
Yep.
you said, that like is clean and crisp.
no weird sepia filters or anything or
Yeah.
film grain added to it or anything. It's supposed to look relevant.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've got the climax, and like there's, the Ed trying his first exorcism where he's not just assisting a priest, and Lorraine really seemed to be the one who saved the day with her. Like it almost seems like mantis style.
Very mantis.
Oh,
Yeah,
here's
yeah,
my
yeah.
poppycock.
Okay. All right.
I've got a couple here.
Drop them.
Yeah. Thank you. Lorraine dropping through the floor to the like she's busting some shit up.
And Ed, that's what I said. Okay, again, I think I said this.
She's
to
not
Trevor
walking
during-
again,
I
right?
think that the ghost didn't drop her through the floor. I think the ghost was pulling her because she's not cut or anything. The ghost wants her down there.
Well, that's
and
just
wants
bad.
her to
Like,
see it.
I'm gonna say that's bad filmmaking. And
We
not
see
being
we see a
realistic
little
to the
bit of
situation
red
that's
on
going
her
That's what that
forehead.
is.
Like there's a little bit
Yeah,
of blood,
nah,
but
hell
she
no.
had to have gone 3 stories down from the upper
You-
floor down
Plus
to the
those,
basement.
plus the space between those floors.
What I said
she fell
to Uno, I was
40
like,
feet.
no, this is what I told her. I swear, like we're watching this. I'm
Shit,
like,
terminal
you know
velocity.
what? I was like, do you remember how Walter Matthau died in Charade? It's like that's Lorraine right now. I swear to God, that's what I told her. I was like, she's falling like leg first. She's busting all that up.
And it wasn't like she had a tree to brace her fall like
Yeah,
Leo did
no,
in one battle
no.
after another. But if we want to say,
I could
some-
not catch my
some
breath. That
poppycock
shit was
shit,
hilarious. That shit was- But I'm
do
calling
we-
Poppycock on that,
Yeah.
on the Lorraine fall.
We had a lot of poppycocks here.
do we
Yeah.
think it's the cuddle puddle at the end of the movie was weird in any capacity?
Yeah, it was interesting to me that they were just like, let's just stop here in the middle of the. Like, I feel like my energy would say, let's get very, 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 very far away from here.
Yeah.
We'll start. We'll hug on the way, but we are not stopping and sitting down. On
Yeah.
the,
Okay, I'll
on the
tell you
ground
how
here.
I interpret
Especially because
this.
there's probably a bunch
Okay.
of fucking dead birds all over the
Okay.
place
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
I think Roger's looking right now, and he's like, "Oh man, I've got a case of the Mondays. I was hoping this demon would kill my whole fucking family, and now I gotta go back to him."
You know what? I'm looking at the image.
He's the
I
one
think,
that hired the demons to
I
put
think-
the ad in
right,
the
right.
paper to
He's
get
like,
rid of
you
his
had one fucking job to do.
5 kids.
These were children; they should have been
5
easy.
children.
What they don't show is him going upside her head for even calling Ed and Lorraine.
Well,
Like,
that's
it
the
kind
thing.
of fucked up his plans.
It's
You know, back then it was a lot of knuckle sandwiches.
the
served
whole
up.
time he's like shaking hands with Ed Warren. He's like, I should fucking kill you, you fucking son of a bitch, ruined everything.
You motherfucking.
This is
mutt.
why we're not Catholic. This
Right.
is why we're not baptized.
Yeah. and you know what's on that note that would
big-ass
that sounds like the church. Like these people come, to
When
you
have they
just needing
donated
some
to us
help, and they're
recently?
like,
That's what it is. It's when have they
you
donated
ain't a member,
to us?
you ain't giving up your 10% every Sunday, so we can't help you.
Well, they haven't tithed in a while. I don't know.
We
Be-
can't help you.
Be a real problem if a demon came in here.
Yeah,
Seems
you
like a
know,
real nice
yeah.
family you got there. Real nice family. Be a shame if a demon came in here.
But yeah, so I'm also my final poppycock.
Okay, final poppycock.
My final poppycock is, how she came out trying to, like, I guess she was fully conscious as she was possessed, because she came out of the possession apologizing to the kids.
She hadn't even
immediately.
stabbed yet. She hadn't even stabbed. I think that she was still in control while she was being possessed, because otherwise she got back there and killed the kid. She could have just crashed the car and killed those kids, and the demon would have been fine with that kind of kill.
Okay.
She was in some level of control. That's part of why I think that this
think
is a bit
they
of the
had to
mother's
die in
story.
the house.
Yeah, the demon does
On
want
the
it to happen
property.
On the
stuff.
property.
It needs to be on the
Yeah.
property
Yeah.
for sure. But she was in the basement.
About 20 miles on
and
the prop.
hadn't stabbed them with those scissors yet, to the point that everybody could fight her off and everything. She was fighting back. It probably would have been a whole lot easier if she just had like an aura frame in the house or
Yeah.
something. Those ones that you can just put
Yeah.
a scrolling pictures on. She would have seen that beach scene as soon as she walked in the house and been like, "Oh yeah, right, yeah, I like love my family. I like don't want to kill them."
It's so cornball,
don't
okay?
even have to get
It's
touched by
kinda
Lorraine
corny.
Warren.
Just think about the memories.
Remember the
Remember
thing you
the
told me
story
that you
you
wouldn't
told
forget,
me.
which so baseline, like that was the
Yeah.
least good writing in this whole thing.
Come on.
Almost poppycock level.
It was
of
an
like-
Almost.
anticlimactic climax.
Yeah,
Very.
it was so flat. Because I
Very.
think maybe this film, knowing that it's going on to be a franchise and everything,
Yeah.
maybe that's part of it. But also, I think that these stories are just highlights. Like even the way that the Warrens and stuff, they tell these highlights. It's not like they go back to these people's houses all the time and check
Nah.
in on them
No,
and
they
make sure
don't.
that they
Like,
aren't still
yeah.
possessed by a
Yeah.
demon. And it's also very irresponsible and weird, but they do take a lot of this stuff home and just put it in their house.
Well, safe harboring it. I understand that premise of it and
But
everything.
you
so
know
it's
what?
not out there fucking
Bury
with
it.
people.
It's a
But
bit
I
arrogant.
guess but I guess
Buried under your house
Here-
like
here
Gacy
comes the
does or
question.
something. Get rid of this
Here's
shit.
here's the question. I think it's a legit question. They told them that demons don't possess items; they possess people. This is just a conduit.
Right, they just move the.
So
if
can
you
the
destroy
demon
the conduit,
cannot
then it's
do?
loose.
Can it not do anything without that particular conduit? It can't move on to a different one.
except for possibly like possessing any of the Warren family or anything at any time.
I saw something sitting on your bed.
So I'm gonna ask the question again, and I want your thoughts.
Okay.
Can a demon not move from a particular conduit to another one?
Oh, I think that it. Well,
So, like,
well,
I'm
yes,
only
I
asking that
think
'cause they
yes,
got
it
all of
can,
those
because
locked up in
Annabelle
the
moved
room in the
into
house.
that thing, moves in that Annabelle doll once it gets a name and everything. But it wasn't just that little doll when they first started talking to that creature, right?
But some of it seemed to be the welcoming in of the spirit by
Right.
accepting and acknowledging.
So I guess I'm only asking, what is the point of them holding all of these conduits?
Yeah, it's a trap. They're not doing a good job of keeping all that stuff together, especially not
Well-
knowing how those
Well,
things
I think they're
interact.
doing a pretty
Is-
good job of keeping the conduits locked up and whatnot. They're not doing a good job of keeping their daughter out of
Right,
the conduit
right.
room, but they are keeping the conduits locked up. But
Now,
like,
Ed, this
I'll
movie
say-
may have answered that question. What's the point of it? It's for the press.
Ah,
When there's
it's for the
somebody
press.
coming in who's a somewhat believer who wants to interview Ed Warren about all of this shit, like it's the excitement the reporter gets from seeing all these various things. And so it's almost like a totem, how serial killers have totems from their kills. Ed and Lorraine have
So it's
totems
part of the
from
grift.
their
part of the
from their
grift.
grifts.
I mean,
Okay.
Indiana Jones does it too. You know,
Yeah.
people are about having that big stuff that they can show off and flash.
It should be in a museum.
Should be in a museum. No, Indy, maybe it should be in its like indigenous place where it came from or anything. What are you doing, Indy?
Yeah. Right.
Memphis would
When-
never.
When the
Right.
British Historical Museum is the good guy in the story. And of course, when it's
Right.
against the Nazis,
Right.
and I guess it's all American, not British, but
Yeah.
the Brits were the ones who took all the things from the various places and put them in their
Oh, they're
museums.
super good at it. They'll loan it back to those people, though. You
Yeah.
know.
At a price.
At a nominal fee. But yeah, so so that's The Conjuring.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Conjuring.
That's The Conjuring.
There
Yeah.
was that music that we just came back in on. One thing when watching, or not even when watching this movie, but with Casey, when we did a little bit of research, I got a genuine like Macaulay Culkin hands on the face response when we learned that it was Gosling.
Yeah, this is
Gosling,
Ryan
who
Gosling's
was
band.
singing in
Yeah.
Dead Man's Bones for this fucking
Yeah.
song.
Absolutely, and it's not completely surprising to me that he can sing or anything. I've heard him sing before. I mean,
Yeah.
there's going to be a little bit of a pre-roll that we're going to put up on our Patreon, most likely, where y'all can hear our reviews on that whole thing. But Gosling,
Ed
Yeah,
also Ed showed us some really nice Gosling.
Yeah,
doing
like
Jodeci
if you just
way
if you're
back
not
in the day.
familiar, like Gosling's like singing with Justin Timberlake and JC Chavez, or is it Chavez or
JC
Chavez?
Chavez,
Is it Chavez? Chavez.
I think it's Sade.
The
Ah.
Z is silent.
Yeah, like if it
Yes,
is
I know.
Chavez, I'm
Voulez-vous
calling
couper
Poppycock.
avec moi?
Yeah, that's Chavez, motherfucker. I know Chavez when I see it. But they're singing some Jodeci and shit on the Mickey Mouse Club. You know, y'all should go look it up. Just type in Ryan Gosling Jodeci. It'll pull right up on the YouTube.
It's wild.
Yeah, my question to my co-host
Okay.
here when we was talking about this earlier was like, why the fuck did they have these kids singing some Jodeci? I mean, it's that's grown folk music. Got these kids singing
Disney is notorious for this kind
These
of
little white
thing,
kids.
though. Yeah.
singing
I
Jodeci.
mean, look what they did to Britney.
Yeah.
Shout out to my queen.
Yeah, she ain't been right since. But yeah. All right, so that's The Conjuring. You know what I mean? Like I said, I have a soft spot in my heart for The Conjuring, but there's some poppycock. I think we did a good job calling it out.
I
You
do
know what I
think
mean?
so. I do think so.
I think it's that time.
Oh, is it already?
I think it's that time.
Is that already that
It's that
time?
time. It's that time. And that signifies that it's time for the Poppycock Round-Up on The Conjuring. Okay, and then after we do the roundup, I want to let y'all know that, we are going to, get into just a little something for a quick second. We're going to get into a little something because we don't want to end this episode and spooky season on just discussing The Conjuring. We do want to bring in the whole entirety of the horror movie. So we got a little game.
We missed.
Yeah.
And the episode's released on Halloween.
Yeah,
It's a great
so,
idea. Ed.
Yeah, so we got a little game we're going to play after we do the Poppycock Round-Up, and I think you folks are going to have some fun. And y'all should play along. Y'all should play along, see how y'all fare. See how y'all fare. But I'll kick it off. So for me, I told you I like the jump scare movies.
Mm-hmm.
Paranormal Activity and this, all of the movies in this franchise,
Gone fishing.
yeah, all of those, Yeah,
Classic
Deep
jump
Blue
scare.
Sea, that shark sneaking up, But yeah,
The bucket list.
but there's definitely some poppycock in this movie. Like, I mean, when you're talking about the things that they're talking about in this movie, and it's the subject matter that it is, there's gonna be like extreme levels of poppycock. Some that was avoidable. Lorraine falling from the top floor to the basement and not being all the way fucked up, that's an avoidable thing. That, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just don't put that in there.
If the ghost can
Because
pull you down
what did it
that
add?
way.
What did it add?
And also Ed
In this
freaking out the
poppycock.
whole time, just knocking on the walls.
Yeah.
Ed, where do you think she stopped
Yeah.
her fall?
Yeah.
In the middle of the house?
In the middle of the fucking wall. Like,
Go to the basement, Ed.
Great call out there.
Go to the basement, Ed.
Yeah, great call out
Where
there.
the fuck else would she fucking
out
be?
Yeah. Great call out there.
Lock in.
Yeah.
Ed, you gotta
on.
lock in.
But
Fucking sausage out of your mouth.
The Hollywood shit aside for for the story and the loose adaptation of the exploits of Ed and Lorraine. Like I said, I do enjoy this series. I enjoy the scares, the angles. Like we said, there's a lot of beautiful
Ooh, that
shots. It's a
fucking
lot
flipping
of
over the beds and the creatures and seeing all the different perspectives.
Some good stuff in here. And having taken all that into consideration, I'm not gonna bat this movie over the head too tough. I'm gonna take it right down the middle. It's a 2.5 for me.
Okay.
2.5
on The
right
Conjuring.
down the middle.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
2.5.
And Ed, did you
great
share
scares, but yeah,
Which
some
one of the
unnecessary.
universe was your favorite?
So the Annabelle movies are definitely
really?
and they pretty much run in order. Annabelle, and then Annabelle Creation, which is the precursor to Annabelle, and then
Do the women with the
Annabelle comes on.
bouffants come back?
They do not. They're in The Conjuring. No, they don't come back. We're done with this family.
No. The Annabelle women from the beginning of the
No,
film with the bouffants.
you know what I mean? They might make reference to them. I can't remember. They might make reference to them one more
Oh,
time.
so they're dead.
Yeah.
They're
so,
fucking dead. So they're fucking
I
dead.
can't remember. I have to go back and watch them though. But they got the whole universe streaming on Max right now. So HBO Max. So you can go check it out
Right
if
on.
you want. Yeah, you get caught up on the whole thing.
I
I
like
encourage
how
you.
I like how
if you do that. If you,
Okay.
I encourage you. If you haven't seen these, I encourage you watch them chronologically
Yeah.
and when they take place. That's fun to do. We did that
Oh,
last year.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
fun. It's a
yeah.
fun thing to do. Yeah. So
That sounds fun.
yeah,
It's
try
like The
doing it.
Nun is
Yeah.
way before
Yes,
The Conjuring,
yes,
right?
it's what jumps it all off, and even that
La Llorona.
yeah. So the one exorcism that they're talking about, they got the video of the dude that had the upside down cross. They make reference to him in the Nun movies, like he's in it. Maurice is in that movie. And you learn how he ends
Wow.
up getting possessed and things like that. So they
That's
do a
cool.
great job of tying all the shit together. So yeah. But 2.5 on The Conjuring.
2.5. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and go next here. So, The Conjuring is a beautifully shot film with solid performances and genuine scares. But I've got beef with this flick for multiple reasons. So we didn't go that deep into it, but associating Bathsheba as related to Marytown Esty of the Salem witch trials seems to forget that the witches in those trials were the victims.
The victims.
We've got
Not enacting violence
Right.
on others. They
Right.
were the ones that were being restricted.
You'll never
and-
get the church to
yes.
believe that.
Right?
but you
Preach,
just
brother.
gotta Not that the supernatural can't exist, but the literal witch hunt that this shit was named after, that's not something that necessarily just dictates that somebody's evil. It just dictates that people are unaccepting of things they don't understand. And if they're scared, then they act with violence. And all right. So then also we've got Harrisville, Rhode Island, and Monroe, Connecticut are 115 miles apart. And Florida is obviously much farther from Pennsylvania. But there are at least 2 instances in this movie of people returning from very far away and getting there at the exact right time. It's
very intriguing.
You get back from your long haul trip to Florida, and it just happens that your wife's locked in the basement, and there's a invisible demon that you can't see clawing at your daughter and shit, and you get back right then. To save the girl at the end with the scissors, it's from Monroeville, Connecticut. It's shit where...
Get in your van and leave the kids there
and then
just run over
land at the exact right time to save the fucking day. It's just okay, well, this shit's 115 miles apart. That probably fucking takes some time to get there.
Yeah.
You're going to have to refuel.
So the demon's just
These
holding the
70s
scissors
cars.
there for, 45 minutes waiting for whatever shit.
Great point.
Number 3 in my beef is... Catholicism as a cure-all. We've got no other mention of anything outside of that, but it's, come on. And then maybe my biggest, but some of this comes with what the viewer can expect when seeing a movie. And I know this is based on true events, and I don't think that any of the Perrin children actually died, but just in general, if a kid's not going to die in a horror movie, where are the fucking stakes? All these kids, you just kind of know they're going to be okay, even if some fucking cryptic shit happens to them. But where are the stakes? Fuck them kids. At least sacrifice one of them to give me something to be afraid about that it might happen to another one. But if it's just not there for a kid to fucking die, and that's actually wrong. It's not Pennsylvania. It's Rhode Island. I made the mistake of, so it's 115 miles, not whatever. That was an incorrect graphic that I sent earlier. So I apologize.
He thought it was 420. He was
thinking
focused.
down in the dead.
Yeah.
But so all that put together is, I'm going to rate The Conjuring a 3.666 on the Poppycock scale, which we'll put down to a 3.5. And honestly, for as ridiculous as the movie is and just some of the shit that it stands for, there was kind of a reason why I hadn't seen all of these. It was very well shot, and it genuinely did scare me multiple times, and I can't act like I'm some big tough guy and didn't have my hand in front of my eyes a little bit, and it scared the shit out of Emily. Emily was not happy that K.C. chose this movie, but it was a lot of fun to watch a scary as fuck movie with all the lights off with Emily. Because also, when K.C. and I watched this last night, we were taking notes on it. There were a couple lights on, having a couple road sodas, and right. We did reenact the cuddle puddle.
He did keep playing with my
afterwards.
feet when I slept over here too.
Yeah.
I was still stuck on the Tarantino unit.
Right.
But so I mean,
but apparently that's the thing demons like to do is fuck with your feet.
Because they're coming from underground, Ed. They're very familiar with feet.
Give me your toes. You see me looking at those toes. Give me those toes.
Well, yeah, 3.5.
3.5. All right, KC.
Yeah, I'm gonna. This was great. I really enjoyed being able to watch this with my friends, and thanks for giving me a little platform to talk about these creepy people and their real life exploits and stuff. But also, I do agree with you, Ed, and I think we've all kind of talked about some of this demon stuff is real. There are things beyond what we just know all the time. It just sucks that these two folks are the ones that were a conduit and a doorway for all this stuff. They may have helped some people, but they definitely harmed more than they planned on. I like that this, they didn't lean into that stuff in the film, even though that was contractually obligated over time. I have to give one huge poppycock to rubbing off a camber lens with T-shirts and cloths and stuff. That's amateur hour shit. You can't
get the UV light.
It's big shout out to the dog in this film. Some top notch acting. Very good sit and stay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to say that I'm giving this movie a 3. Biggest attractions being, as we mentioned, the staunchness towards being a Catholic doctrine that cuts out all kinds of other things. I'd love to see what the Conjuring series would do if they went to Nolans or something. And,
Okay. Yeah.
tapped into some other folks outside of the Warrens that are doing
Yeah.
these kinds of
Yeah.
supernatural things.
So that's what I'm saying.
So,
So
you
yeah,
want to see the
so-
Warrens dig up some dirty draws in somebody's yard because of the voodoo shit.
That couldn't leave the house because the draws was, buried in the yard.
Yeah, they're stuck in that. Yeah, what
Yeah.
color were they? What color were the draws?
Yeah. Well, what I will say, KC, is you can definitely get away from Lorraine and Ed and all the other ones. There might be like a small appearance by them in some of those films, but some of them just take place before they existed. So
The way that they
Yeah.
portrayed them in this, where they're kind of like these investigators, and it's a little bit of a mystery and stuff. I wanted more of that. Like that was
Yeah.
kind of my biggest problem with the film. Is Lorraine just like, I mean, that was one scene of her poring over newspapers
yeah.
and
Well, the
getting
movie,
all that. Like
hey,
I
the
wanted
movie was
more
long
of that.
enough. This shit
looking
was what, an hour and
Yeah.
51 minutes?
Hour,
Like, yeah, that shit long.
Speaking
So
long,
like,
yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that is a solid 3 for
There you go.
me.
All right.
And you made the math
So-
easy.
Yeah, they made the math very easy. It gives it a Poppycock rating of a 3, 2.5, 3.5, and then a 3. Yeah, it gives it a 3 overall, which I think is a very fair rating for The Conjuring and the things that that this movie talks on and speaks about and stuff like that. So, but no, I do think it was a great way to round out our spooky season.
Absolutely.
We had
Absolutely.
we hadn't done anything like that since Poltergeist, so it was fun to get back into the
This is
possession
the kind
realm.
of spooky stuff that I like.
Yeah.
I like this possession stuff. I don't
Yeah.
mind the jump scares, especially if I get to watch it with my friends.
Right.
And
Makes it fun.
Go home to my dog and like make sure he's okay. And
Makes it fun. But
If you want to feel feelings, watch it alone with headphones on, completely in the dark, and
who's that stumbling around in the dark? Hey, so with having finished the roundup, it's now time to get into our official spooky season.
Game time! Woo!
Our spooky season game. That's right. One more time. Hit that one more. I like it.
What time is it?
Game time! Woo!
There we go. All right. So
there we go.
it is game time. And today's game, in honor of spooky season and our Halloween episode, and it being Halloween, I wanted to play a game that I simply titled Name That Movie Monster. And the way that this game works is I am going to name the actor that portrayed the movie monster, slasher, villain, whatever you want to call them. And you have to give me the monster that they play.
Okay.
For
Just,
example, to get to the one that everybody knows, if I say Robert Englund, somebody has to come in and tell me who Robert Englund portrayed.
Freddy Got Fingered.
Freddy Got Fingered would be correct.
Oh,
Okay?
okay.
So, yeah. So
Is
that's
he the
how
guy
it
with
works.
the sausages for
yeah.
fingers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
He fingered himself with the sausage. So that's how we're gonna do this, okay? Y'all up for it?
Let's go. Let's go.
Poppy-
I'm
letting
not
the listeners
confident in my abilities, but I am excited.
I want
about it.
and I want you to comment on the pod, on YouTube, wherever you check this out, and be honest on how many of these that you got. I don't know. I don't think there's too many people out here that will ace this.
I mean, I haven't even seen most of these.
You know what I'm
spooky
saying?
things. I'm still
So
coming around.
so all you got to, hey, in your instance then, just throw movie monster out there. You never know. You might get it right. All right. And because it is Halloween, I felt it would only be fitting.
Oh, there's
Oh.
prizes.
Ooh. What do we have here?
There's prices. I got a bag, and we're hidden by the graphic. So keep the graphic because I don't want to pay anybody
Okay.
for
Yep.
yeah. But we've
Non-sponsored.
got some candies here, and what's crazy is one of the candies is shaped like little bats, which is awesome,
Ooh.
and the other candy is shaped like little Draculas.
Wow, fantastic. He's spooking
So
it all
with
the way up
each correct answer, you will get
There's possibilities for lots
a
of candy.
bat or a Dracula.
here. Okay.
Okay,
Now, if
Right.
neither one of us get any of it correct, do we get one consolation candy piece?
because it's Halloween.
Yeah, we're gonna jump. We're gonna jump
give you
at
one.
otherwise.
I'll give you. I'll give you one. Yeah, you kids enjoy your candies. Yeah, I'll give you one. So yeah, all right. Let's get into it. Let's start off easy.
Okay.
We're gonna start off easy. The actor's name is Tony Todd.
Tony Todd is Candyman.
Yeah, the Candyman.
Hey, I got
Candyman.
one.
Candyman. There
I know
you
Tony
are.
Todd.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna have fun throwing these out. Yeah. Okay. Here's the second one. Warwick Davis.
Leprechaun.
The Leprechaun. Bam.
Oh, okay.
Bam. Candy goes to Trevor. Okay.
I know Warwick more about their
Okay.
singing career.
All right. Hone in. Tap into your memory banks, okay?
Okay.
Gunnar Hansen.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That is correct. That would be
Oh,
Leatherface.
that's
Another
Leatherface.
candy goes to Trevor.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Tyler Maine.
I'm going to say that is Pinhead.
Tis not Pinhead.
So
Tyler Maine.
something big, maybe like that sounds like a wrestler to me for some reason. I don't know. That's not Hatchet, is it? Or what
That
are we
is
talking-
not. That is not.
Ooh,
It's a great
Hatchet.
guess, though. And you were actually close. That's Rob Zombie's Mike Myers.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Not Carpenter's,
right.
but Rob Zombie's
Yeah.
Mike Myers.
Okay.
So I get to keep the candy on that. When the candy goes to me there, your banker keeps the candy. Okay. All right. So I kind of gave this one away a little earlier. Here we go. Andrew Devoff.
Freddy Krueger.
Nope. That was Robert England.
That was the Freddy got
Yeah,
fingered
that was
reference.
Freddie got fingered. That was Robert England.
people played these people.
Well, I do believe that Ed also regaled us with how Freddy was, or Robert England
Robert
was
England.
Freddy in all the different.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know,
There's-
Jason
yeah.
Oh, that's
and
the
Mike
one.
Myers, Michael Myers,
Mhm.
Mike Myers,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really talk.
No, they don't, and
So you
they've
can have
like been
different
played by
physical
like
presences.
there's like a different one. There's like multiples in each movie.
Ooh, oh no, I do know who it is. I remember.
Andrew
who it is.
Devoff.
The Love Guru.
Just from trying to put my stone brain together from what we've talked about in production meetings, I'm going Jin.
It is Jen and the Wishmaster. Bam, candy to Trevor.
Okay. yeah,
Andrew
that makes
Devoff
sense.
played Jen. Okay, here we go. KC
Mhm.
coming right back at you. I'm gonna make this one specifically for KC because they literally just gave us the answer to this, and so I want to see if they can give me the answer that they literally just gave me. That was incorrect on the last one, but it would be correct if you can
Mhm.
give me the answer for Doug Bradley.
The Love Guru.
That is not a horror movie that I know.
I don't know. It's pretty bad. Have you seen it?
Is that the Sandler movie or is that no? That's
It's
Mike
Mike
Myers.
Myers.
Yeah.
Is it Michael
was
Myers? Is
bad.
that where I'm
Michael-
at?
No,
No.
no. You
Is it
literally
Freddy?
just said it. No, it's not Freddy.
Pinhead.
It's Pinhead.
Ah,
Candy.
I remembered
Candy.
things.
Goes to KC. All right. Okay, here we go. This one's a curve. Okay. Jackie Earl Haley.
I know that name and I can't remember what
This one's a trick question.
Is that
This
the,
one. This
is that
one's
the dude
just-
on the grassy knoll? No. I'm thinking of
No,
a different-
no.
Jackie Earl Haley. They played.
This one's a trick question. This is a trick question. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give it
Godzilla?
to you. Nope, not Godzilla. So this one was a trick question because I literally told y'all that Robert Englund played Freddy Krueger in all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, except for the 2010 version, where
It's Freddy versus Jason.
no,
X or
no,
whatever?
like that was even Robert Englund. But in the 2010 remake, that shitty remake, you know what I'm talking about? It's shitty. It was not good. Jackie Earl Haley played Freddy Krueger in the relaunch.
Okay.
Oh, so I
Yeah.
see the trickery
Yeah.
being afoot. Because also
Yeah.
we have now, which it hasn't happened in real life yet, but in the time that this episode will have been recorded, there's Rob Zombie's new Freddy shit where it's DJ Qualls as
Yeah.
Freddy. Although that is
Yeah.
a TV show and not a film,
Yeah.
so I guess we're still safe
It's
there.
gonna be TJ Qualls. That's
Yeah.
very funny
Oh,
to
yeah.
me.
Okay.
That's-
Here's one.
He's not
You
playing
can
Slender
actually
Man.
you can actually give multiple like answers to this actor. Kane Hodder. Kane Hodder.
Kane Hodder has played Michael Myers.
I'm thinking Jason.
Jason.
Oh,
Candy.
Forget about.
But there's
Jason.
other ones.
Pennywise.
No.
Okay.
No. Way too big to play Pennywise.
Pennywise is big sometimes.
Sometimes, but
I thought Pennywise
No.
was big.
no.
Oh, he
Was it
just
one of the
dances
ones we
weird.
talked about last year?
Yeah.
What is it Hatchet? That's
He
not.
plays Victor Crowley in
Oh,
Hatchet.
Victor Crowley.
Yeah, but there's one more. There's one more. One more.
Wishmaster
more.
again? I don't
No, it's not Wishmaster. Leatherface in the newer Texas
We
Chainsaw.
did talk about
Yes,
that.
yes. Okay.
Yep.
So, all right.
What a
Okay.
spooky game.
All right, we're going to round this up. We got a couple more here, okay? A couple more. Boris Karloff. Boris Karloff.
Dracula.
No.
Wait, Boris Karloff has played.
No.
Fr-
Yeah. Go ahead and get it out. Say, there you
Frankenstein?
go. Frankenstein's monster. There you go. That's Boris Karloff.
yes.
No. So,
I'm thinking of Bela Lugosi.
now, yeah, who was the original Dracula? Okay, but Christopher Lee.
Ooh.
Christopher Lee.
Yep.
Who did Christopher Lee play?
Christopher Lee has also played in Poltergeist, right?
No.
Or The Exorcist?
No.
No.
You literally just said the character, like literally.
Is it
No.
Ghostface?
I want to suck your blood.
Yeah, look
Oh,
at
we're
that.
going back to
Yeah,
Dracula
yeah.
again? Okay, all right.
Sorry about that. But yeah, no, Christopher Lee actually was the actor that played Dracula the most. He was in several Dracula films. Bela Lugosi jumped it off, but it was Christopher Lee. All right, this is going to be the last one here. Okay. Actually, no.
Ooh.
Two more. We got
Alright.
two more.
It's not two more.
We got two
Chance
more.
for more games.
Let's go.
And I like this one. You'll never get this one, but I had to throw this one in there. Ben Chapman.
Ben Chapman
Ben
played
Chapman.
the Babadook.
Oh, no, you got to go old school for
Dang.
Ben Chapman. Go old school.
I was just
Go
trying to
old
think of a
school.
scary thing.
It's a little bit of a curve, but still a creature.
Wolfman?
No, but that's
Okay, I
a
was
great
going old.
guess.
I was going
That's a
old.
great
The
guess.
Blob.
Creature
Not
from
the
the
Blo-
Black Lagoon.
Come on, you get two.
Yeah.
You get two.
Double time.
The creature from the Black Lagoon was played by Ben Chapman.
I just call him my nigga.
When, when out of water, actually, Raquel Browning played the creature
Okay.
from the Black Lagoon when in water, professional diver. So yeah, okay.
Oh,
All right.
That's fun.
Now, just gave us the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Lon Chaney Jr. Who do you think Lon Chaney Jr. played? KC just said it in a wrong attempt, but literally just said it on this last question.
Oh man.
I told them it was a good guess too. KC, you trying to rack up some more candy here? What you got?
Yeah,
I think they've
already
got
know
some
what it
crickets
is
for me.
I think
What is it? What is it? Let me know what it is.
as well, since I never got to spoke to them about it properly, I'll just call them the wolf person.
The wolf person. There you go.
I don't want to assume their gender. Or
Okay,
anything.
and the
Well, their
very
ears are clipped.
There's only
At least they're
one
fixed.
wolf man for me, and it's Hugh Jackman or maybe
there you
Benicio
go.
del
I
Toro.
get it. I get it. I
Ooh, that
get it.
Benicio del Toro.
I
yeah.
get it. Okay,
Huge
so
Jack.
Michael J. Fox, Teen Wolf. All right, I got to get my
Here
shit
we go.
together.
Surfing.
all right, so there's two more questions here. We'll do them quick. Roger L. Jackson. Roger L. Jackson. Got to get more current. Come to the 90s.
Come to the
Roger L.
90s.
Jackson. Come to the 90s.
Ghostface?
Ghostface.
Oh!
For like that was just solid.
This is my
There you
favorite
go.
rapper.
Ghostface. And they were the voice of Ghostface. The actual actors actually played Ghostface in the movies. Unless
Which I
it was
think
a
is pretty
stunt.
cool.
Which
Yeah,
unless
that's
it was a
pretty cool.
stunt, then it was a stunt man. But
This
yeah.
is Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, so yeah, and Skeet like something over it. Like
Skeet Ulrich.
Skeet Ulrich,
Yeah.
yeah.
How could he skeet
Skeet,
without his
skeet.
glasses?
I'm looking at Casey's Paul over there. Trevor, what's going on?
I did eat one.
He's
Okay,
not-
you ate one. Okay. I guess KC is just saving them up. All right, last one. If you put your thinking caps on, it should come natural to you. Last one. Brad Dourif.
That's the doctor on Deadwood, I believe. Like the actor also plays him.
Okay.
Was he in? Yo, Ben Affleck was Bomb in Phantoms. Yo. Nope. It's
Oh,
not
Here's your
Phantoms.
only hint is it's another voice actor for a creature, for a bad guy.
Can we get
I have no
a
clues
time
to
frame?
give. I have
No
no clues
clues
to
to
give.
give.
80s.
Can I get
80s.
80s?
Late 80s.
Late 80s.
Late 80s. Early
Chucky?
90s. It is Chucky.
Yeah.
For the final piece of candy.
Oh,
It is Chucky.
I'm gonna be so gassy later.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. But they're so good. Put them in the freezer. Put all of that in the freezer. And yeah.
It's been interesting. Getting older is a real trap. It's a very interesting thing to go through. But this is gonna be delicious. It's gonna give me really terrible dreams.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for this
absolutely.
opportunity, Ed, for a little
Game time.
Thank
That's
you
what I'm
so
talking
much, Ed.
about. And yeah, hey, and y'all absolutely did great on that. You know, there was only a couple that I had to give y'all answers to. Well, job well done. I do declare that you too are some movie buffs.
He does
I do declare. All right. And you know, that has brought us to the end of this episode. It was so fun on this beautiful Halloween evening and thing. Like, you know, doing this with y'all, playing the game, passing out candy, just got me all the way in the spirit. I'm going to go home, and I think I'm going to watch another one of the Conjuring movies.
I actually feel like I need to watch all of the rest of them right
so
now.
I think
Let's
that's what
go.
I'm going to I think that's what I'm going to do. Listeners, viewers, thank you for tuning in on this special edition episode of Real Poppycock. As always, we're your host. I'm Ed.
This was Trevor.
And this will always be KC.
Check us out on YouTube and on the Facebooks and on Instagram at Real Poppycock. Tell a friend, tell your parents, tell your coworkers. Check us out on the next one. See you next time, motherfuckers.
What time is it?
Game time.
Fucking delightful.
What's gnarly about these little